And we go right from Coach Franklin to Coach Will Neider, the head coach over in the Struthers girls program. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Coach Neider, I want to just say, too, for your program last year, being in that very tough NE8, you were able to bob and weave your way to a winning record, and I think that was very respectable for a team that was rather young. Obviously, the biggest loss that we're going to talk about when we talk about the Lady Wildcats is the loss of Emma Alaya. But looking at what you're bringing back and some younger talent and some players that you think are also going to step up this season, shout out some of those players on the team and some of those players we're going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, one of the things coming from last year, we were young. We had, 8 players letter that will be returning. A couple of those that are going to be kind of key players that have experience. We have 2 starters. We have Ella Croyle. She kind of plays the 4-5. She was an all-conference player for us. And she's definitely key and a leader on the team. The other one would be our junior point guard, Chloe Neider. Last year when Emma Alaya went down hurt, Chloe really came through for us and led the team in scoring, assist. And was a good leader on and off the court. So those are a couple of players there that are key that are returning. But we were also last year, Miley Gond is our other senior. And she, she's a good player, plays hard, and she's getting better. She's going to be a big help this year. And, I got Faith Stellato. Faith came off the bench a lot. I think he started some games for us last year. Later on, good shooter, another good guard that's a junior. We got Adriana Rudzik. She's another letter winner that good rebounder, good defender, plays hard all the time. Carly Rhodes. Just keep getting better, and another junior that we have. And then the other one that's kind of coming back at the letter winner, Emma McConaughey, good shooter. She ran point guard for the JV. She can handle the ball, plays good defense. And then she's another junior that we have. And then we got one sophomore that's returning letter winner, which is Emma Morris. She can play any of the guard positions. And, we're excited as we see her develop.
As we talk about your players, now let's talk about your schedule. Everyone knows the NE8 and how tough it is. But I think the stars kind of aligned because all the big names in the NE8 kind of were seniors at the same time. It's going to look a lot different. They're going to be a lot of new faces, and these teams are going to look different. What do you kind of expect from this league this year?
Like you said, there are definitely some new faces and everything, and some players that that aren't there anymore. But I thought overall the league just keeps getting more competitive. I know we had co-champs last year with Poland and South Range. I believe both of them are going to be right there in the mix. They're both good programs. They're coached very well, and they got a lot of good players returning as well. I felt the other teams in the league, continue to improve and get better. I thought Hubbard was really playing good. Gerard was coming along. Jefferson's tough. So I think the league as a whole keeps getting better, and and Niles too. All these teams just kind of keep getting better. So I think it's going to be another competitive year. A lot of good teams, and it'll be a lot of good basketball.
We know how well the Struthers community supports its athletics, and we know last year in the wild and crazy year that it was, that prevented a lot of communities from showing up in full support for their teams, especially playing in that historic Struthers Fieldhouse. What is it going to mean for the girls this year to kind of have that capacity opened up a little bit in the gyms and having more people there to cheer them on?
It's just getting back to, a sense of normalcy, and, I think we play in the nicest facility in the area, as far as coming into, the field house. And, I know when teams come in, teams that haven't been there before, the reaction that we typically get, people walk in and see it. So I know for us personally, just to get the fans back and people come in, we get a lot of great support for Struthers girls basketball. And it's going to be nice having it open back up and getting people back in to watch us.
Coach, at the end of every season, I think every coach kind of watches the film and reflects totally on their team and what they can do in the next season. Now that you have practice started and we're starting to gear up for this next season, what are some of the goals of these next couple weeks gearing up for the start of the year, and what you really want to hammer into your team and get them ready for when the season starts in a couple of weeks?
Defense. We definitely put a lot of time in. We take a lot of pride in our defense and playing hard and getting after teams. You'll see that we're, compared to the last few years, we're not as big. We're a smaller team, but with that, we're a more athletic team, and we're really working hard on playing defense and being able to get after teams. And the other part of that is, with having a little bit, we're still a little bit younger coming back and experience. We did graduate 5 seniors last year. Is that chemistry and kind of a little bit of continuity and kind of getting going with each other and just that court experience. So we're definitely looking forward. Our first scrimmage is on Saturday, is to get out there and start competing and then keep working every day to get better.
Coach, talking about it too, and talking about referencing Emma Alaya again, what she did so well. She wasn't just a great scorer; she was a great ball handler as well, and no doubt a lot of the time the ball went through her in passing situations as well. Talking about this offense though, going into this year, do you think there's benefits in having an offense that you're creating where there's multiple weapons that do a lot of things very well, as opposed to just what Emma Alaya was able to bring to the table? No doubt was really great, but instead of having that one player that teams were kind of game planning for last year.
We our team's definitely a little bit going to look different. It was definitely unfortunate for us and Emma last year with her going down, but that was in game 5, so we really learned a lot of things last year that's helping this year. Like I said, Chloe really stepped up well, handled the ball, and then one of the goals last year was we wanted to get Emma off the ball to be able to do more things with her and kind of utilize Chloe to help facilitate that. This year, we're really bringing some more players that are going to be back that are a little bit more skilled as a whole. We're going to have some better athletes on the floor and more girls that can get to the basket and knock down shots.
Coach, we've met your players. Now let's meet your staff and the people that support you, the people that assist you from junior high on up to your varsity assistants.
Yeah, I'll go through my staff a little bit. My varsity assistant is Wendell Wagnon. Wendell has coached, I think he's like 30 years. This is his 3rd year with us. He was with Matisse for a while. He helped Coach Fish out at South Range for a little bit. And, he's a Struthers person, lives in Struthers. And when I had the opportunity to bring him on, he brings a vast knowledge of basketball and it's a big help. We do have a couple different people this year as far as my, varsity assist or JV coach, Natalie Lynn. She played 5 years ago. She graduated from Fitch, played there, coached the last 4 years at Fitch. She just graduated YSU and as a teacher in our school. And I'm real excited to have her. And I'm not a teacher, so it's nice having a teacher on staff. And, she's, even though she's younger, she has good experience and has been very helpful. My freshman coach is Hallie Minchin-Skook. I've been in the girls program for a while, and I actually coached Hallie in 7th and 8th grade in middle school. She's took a couple of years off, but she's back helping out, and she's a big help. And then I go down to my middle school. I got Al Masai. Al Mace has been coaching with us for a long time. He bounces around. He's jumped up and helped up at the varsity level, down low, and huge help to everything that we do. And then I got Scott Stoddard, who's another teacher who is in his 1st year. And kind of going with some other ones that, I'd like to point out. Gabe Masai, Al's dad, he's a long time coach, retired, who's still always helping us out whenever we need. Coach Grandy who I took over for, is always helping. And then just my boosters and the community. We get a lot of support for Struthers girls basketball, which is very much appreciated.
Yeah, no doubt. Exciting too, with all the influx of hiring too, with new assistants, and it can be very exciting for a program. And my final question for you, Coach, before we let you go, just kind of a shout out to not only the Struthers community but surrounding communities. What's going to be the most exciting thing to watch about this Struthers Lady Wildcats team this year?
You know, we're already seeing it, and what you're going to see is you're going to see some fast basketball. We're gonna play fast. We're going to play, you know, like I said, we're going to get after teams, and it's good. It's going to be exciting to watch. I'm really pleased with the skill level and the basketball IQ that we're seeing, and it's really going to be fun basketball to watch.
There's no doubt we're going to be looking forward to covering all of it, Coach, as we're going to be covering all kinds of NE8 matchups, I'm sure, this year for both boys and girls basketball. And I'm sure we're going to be talking to you in the thick of it again real soon.
Thank you.